Margaret, and I'm a board-certified music therapist with Joyful Music Therapy. I'm making this video as a part of a potential teaching series from our practice on different take-home music-based ideas or processes. Before I start though, I would like to clarify that this video itself is not music therapy, nor is it explaining what music therapy is. If you are interested in learning more about music therapy, I'm going to guide you towards contacting us directly, which you can find information on that on our page or on our website. Or looking on our website, we do have some information there, or you can even look on the American Music Therapy Association website. With all that said, let's delve into the actual topic of this video, songwriting. And also a little side note, yes, I am looking up at notes because this is not my natural habitat here making videos, so I am looking at my notes here. Okay, so I'm no expert on songwriting, but I have had the opportunity to lead some clients in some expressive songwriting interventions or activities. There are so many approaches to writing songs, but I'll share my preferred way and then also kind of look at different methods while I'm doing that. Okay, so the first thing I like to do to start off my songwriting process is pick my topic, idea, theme, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is much easier said than done sometimes, so if you're having some roadblocks deciding on what you want to write about or what you want your song to be about, there are lots of great prompts online or just ideas online if you're having troubles with that first step. So once I decide what the song's going to be about, I'll pick the mood of the song based on that. So mood can be something like upbeat or edgy or powerful or solemn. So just kind of think of what the sound is going to be like. And then based on the mood, I'll choose a style and a chord progression and a tempo. Now for an example, if I were to choose the upbeat mood based on my theme, then I might go for like a pop style song and a chord progression of 1-4-5-1, super simple, or something along those lines. And so in the key of C, that would be C, F, G, C as my chord progression. And I would probably do a faster tempo. And for an example of something that's solemn mood, I would do maybe like a blues or a folk style song and somewhere in the minor chord progression, and that kind of scale as well, and then do a slower tempo. So things as simple as that can help you portray what your song is going to be about, even before you might add your lyrics. Now, I do want to stop and say that people do this differently, and some people might write their lyrics before they even think about what it's going to sound like. And that's totally valid and a great way of doing it. But sometimes for my personal way of writing songs, I find that the music can help inspire me for what the words are going to be. But it can totally be the other way around. Okay, so you've got the sound of the song. You might even, choose some nice riffs or licks that you can do on your instrument of choice, or even just picking, if you don't play an instrument and you just want to write some lyrics to a song and a melody. Again, internet is a great resource. You can find some instrumental stuff on YouTube, or karaoke things if you want to piggyback on another song. There's so many options to do this. Okay, but if we're following along how my typical method goes, we're on writing lyrics now. So I like to start on the chorus because it's usually where you would express like the point of your song, if that makes sense. So if it's a song trying to express emotions, this is kind of where you would express exactly what you're feeling, or maybe how you're expressing those feelings, and also where you want to go from there in your feelings, if we're sticking with expressing emotionally. And if you're writing as a form of storytelling, the chorus could be like the moral of the story. So when I'm writing, I like to decide on the rhyme scheme in the chorus, if you want any. And I usually write 4 lines of text, of similar length, each of the lines. That way it's concise and it's pretty catchy that way. And that's typically what's done in music you hear now. All right, so once I'm done writing the lyrics for that, I could either continue with the chorus and start composing the melody, what those words will sound like melodically, or I could just finish writing all of the lyrics for the song, and I interchange these depending on how I'm inspired. So let's say we just continue with writing the verses before we do the melody. So the verses can be where you expand upon the point you're making in the chorus. So you could be delving into the why behind your feelings, and if you're telling a story, you would kind of delve into the different aspects or events of the story, or just an elaboration of your theme and topic in the verses. I usually write 2 or 3 verses, and again, of similar length, usually 4 lines in my verse, to keep things consistent, but obviously there's lots of freedom in that. Yes, and then I may or may not go for writing a bridge. A bridge is totally optional, but it can be really cool to add a 3rd element melodically, and the bridge usually happens in between 2 choruses. So songs written today kind of look like this. They look like verse, maybe a 2nd verse, and then chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. That's typically what you might see nowadays, or that's a good form for starting out if you want to. So the bridge is what I like to write last personally, as it can serve as like a summary of the song. Or it can be like the climax, like emotionally or in relation to telling a story. And I usually like to make the bridge shorter than the rest of the sections. Shorter than the verses and the chorus. I usually write the bridge in 2 lines in comparison to 4. Yeah, so if I just finish writing out all my words, and I have what the song sounds like, and I have all my things together, I'll write the melody. And the way I like to do it is I just keep playing those chords over and over again, and kind of work out the melody with my words. Then I have my song. I record as much of this process as possible. That way I don't forget anything. And if I, get distracted by something else, I can return and know exactly where I was going with the melody and the chords and everything. So yeah, that is, a general overview of how one person might write a song. So take that. I encourage you to try it out. It's not nearly as scary as it sounds, and I definitely explained too much. Just go for it. Write some words, put it with some music, and you are a songwriter. It can be a great way to process emotions or kind of get your story out there if it's stuck inside. Even if you don't share it with anyone, it can be a very therapeutic process. Yes, I hope you have a very musical day. Thanks for watching.